Yeah, it looks like we're running game 1 off to Smashville. Let's get started.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I can't really speak for like. I don't see Ray play a lot. I don't come to New York as often, but Rosalina is not really a character you can have a lot of variance with. Like, you can't really like play a rushdown Rosalina because you're just gonna get your crap kicked in.
Pretty much.
Again, it's gonna be a lot of the same. A lot of spacing with these jabs. You know, using your aerials nicely, and then you're gonna have this come into play. Using the gravitational pull is gonna negate a lot of Pac-Man's items, so it's gonna be a lot more boxing and neutral. Coming up for Sinji.
Yo, did you just see the Luma? Right. There we go again. That was the second time that happened. All right.
Yeah, Luma got like stuck on the other side of the hydrant and like had to like flashpoint paradox its way through.
Luma.exe straight up stopped working.
Yeah.
But what I was thinking of, and that's just to carry on of what you were saying, is that because of gravitational pull, that move alone makes me feel like, in theory, this matchup should be abysmal.
Yeah, it's definitely hard.
Because Pac-Man is just... He's a very item-based character. Like I mentioned earlier in Sinji's other match with Stretch, the character's meta, it doesn't completely revolve around his neutral B, but his neutral B is one of, if not the most important tool in Pac-Man's kit.
Yeah.
And like those are items that Rosalina can pull in with her gravitational pull. So you feel like, okay, you've neutralized that part of Pac-Man already. So like you feel like you wouldn't be able to do much. But Sinji, nah, man, this guy's an innovator.
Yeah.
He knows how to get around things with Pac-Man. He has pushed this character's meta to levels that I personally never thought he would get to.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot more boxing going around, but also gravitational pull is important, but also seeing how Ray uses Sinji's own items against him is going to be really smart. I saw him grab the Galaga ship before. Definitely shows he's not afraid to use item play. All right, again, but all that said, Sinji does have the lead right now, and Ray having a hard time trying to get through things. But Luma does not care.
He hit the Luma with that up air Luma out of the glitch.
Yeah, and
he was doing it again.
I was going to say, that was all set up because Luma did not phase back to Rosalina immediately, so he was able to throw out that up smash. So maybe that's a little something key to the matchup, though, we might know about. And that hydrant just barely able to clear Rosa. It was just funny because like, she like high jumped over Rosalina. She definitely, she parked right close enough to the curb to where she wouldn't get a ticket. But that forward smash, gonna take the stock right there. So good job there from Sinji, not letting the train run away too bad. Oh no, that could have been disastrous if Ray was there to punish that on time.
Actually, no. Like even with the strong spike, his percentage is way too low for it to do anything detrimental. I mean, it would have put Pac-Man into a situation where he probably would have had to jump on the trampoline more than once, and then Rosalina probably could have stolen it. But then again, Rosalina is a very floaty character, so I feel like if Pac-Man fast falls, he would have been able to do it. I don't think that situation was as detrimental to Sinji as it might have appeared originally. That being said, though, there is a 20% differential between these two players right now. Utopian Ray positioning the Luma, ledge guarding with her, just putting her right in that spot to make it hard for Sinji to get in, ping-ponging with itself. That's the beautiful thing about Rosalina, man. It's just like, yo, you don't have a static partner or anything. I'm just going to play this character, and I'm going to do handoffs with myself.
Yeah,
it'll be fun.
So now Luma is now gone. I think is that the first Luma that Sinji's killed?
No.
Okay, I wasn't sure on that, but...
No, not true at all. I think the Luma's been dead before in this game.
I'm not sure.
It doesn't matter.
Anyway, we have off-white Luma
and
here.
And that should be game.
There we go. So good stuff there from Sinji. Again, making chicken salad out of the chicken esports in a poor matchup. So that's definitely very, very important.
Did you guys see the Sinji thinking face just now?
Yes.
Yeah.
He immediately went to thinking about the stage.
Yeah, but like the face itself, that was pretty good.
Let's watch again.
I hope I got it.
Gets the bell. There we go.
And the young Diddy Kong.
I think I want apples today. All right, that was great. That needs to be an emote at some point.
I think
HO3K think.
I think I want Galaga spaceship today. That's what I'm hungry for.
Galaga spaceship definitely is probably very high in cholesterol.
Are we gonna get that at the chicken place?
God, I hope so.
Me too, dude. All right, and here we go, running it right back to Smashville. Already a 20% differential between these two players right now. Looking not too bad for either of these guys right now. Sinji was able to make his way off stage in between the Luma traps. Good stuff to him. Ooh, Z drops the Galaga. That was actually really sick. He Z dropped the Galaga ship onto the Luma and comboed that into a dash attack before the Luma could act.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. Like, there's so many intricacies.
That's the word I was thinking
to
of.
these characters, but it's strange. The cherries are enough to get rid of Luma, and that was really funny.
It's the word I was thinking of, man. There's no better word to describe what Pac-Man does other than intricate, because there's so many top tiers in this game that do things, frankly, better than Pac-Man does with simpler inputs and like simpler executions. But like Pac-Man has to do like so much work to just do some of the simplest things, which is what makes him such a hard character to play, which is why I give Sinji as much credit as I do, you know? So yeah, just so much kudos to him for making it work with this character, man.
Yes, sir.
Bumping him up to what I personally believe can be a mid tier, but that's not important. Whatever. Ooh,
What is important is
not
that
going to get a neutral air on the hydrant.
I was gonna say what is important is that Ray is in the lead here. He's been doing a good job, keeping Luma close. This matchup is definitely all of Rose's matchups are much more doable with Luma. As you can see, Luma's phasing through the hydrant properties are quite different. So Ray's going to be able to hit Sinji in a lot more uncomfortable spots than he's not used to being hit by. And these back airs are doing a really good job. And that
Bell went through the stage.
I think because the bell hops up. So I think because the bell hopped up on the way back down, it didn't have to travel as far down.
It doesn't count solid objects when that happens. Okay. That's pretty cool, actually. That's actual, like, that's mechanic game knowledge that you need. That's not even like, yo, I know my character can do this. My character has this option. Like, no, he knows literally the physics of how this game works to know that he can do that.
Pretty much. And that's Sinji continuing to play chase. Like, that whole sequence was, like, using the water to, like, break zone and also using the apple, like, out of dash attack and stuff like that. That was really, really cool.
Yeah,
so.
Utopian Ray is doing a pretty good job of utilizing Pac-Man's items whenever he actually gets a chance to grab them. But right now, he is unfortunately playing a mid-tier because he lost his child. Oh, there it is.
There you go.
Child came back.
She's indeed back. And Ray's been making good use of that neutral air into the ground. Like, the Luma hitbox of that stays active for, like, super long, and it covers such a big zone in front of Rosalina. Recovers high to the platform.
Yeah, Utopian Ray was trying really hard to get away from that. Like, and I think he realized that the second he did that that long up B to try and get to the other side of the stage that he was dead.
That's like when the bell rings in school and you're trying to like skeet past the hall monitor. You're like, hey, no.
It's just like, nah.
To the principal's office. Dilly.
I mean, Pac-Man kind of looks like a hall monitor with the way he's dressed, and a really nice tech from Utopian Ray to avoid getting stage spiked with a really early janky kill by the hydrant there.
I don't remember any hall monitors that wore knee pads, but I'll take your word.
What about the
for it.
shoulder pads?
All right, that's fair.
I don't know, dude. The
Freeze!
Nazis wore that stuff. Anyway, I mean, that's what police people wear. They wear those badges and stuff. Whatever.
The hall monitor. Anyway.
Forgot about SpongeBob. All right, whatever.
Ooh,
Let's move on.
So
and the slow-moving projectile.
Yeah, the melon
trying to apply the pressure.
The melon's so scary, man. But now Sinji off stage, and Ray just there's really not much he can do at this percent to like screw him up off stage. So, but he's continuing to box him in the corner. So Sinji having a hard time landing. Now has him boxed in the corner once again. Tries to apply pressure. Sinji's just going to jump out of it, using the trampoline for coverage.
Yep, sneaking his way right back to the ledge. He grabbed with Pac-Man. Already incredibly impressive. All right, he's got his way back to the ledge again. He finds his way back on, actually kicking the Luma up with the forward air to make his way back on stage. Sitting at about 80%, and that was such a good read by Utopian Ray with that up air. All right. Let's take a look at that again. Sinji finds his way onto the platform here with the forward air, and he snuck his way back on despite the Luma. And Utopian Ray knows exactly where he was going. That was sick. He up smash, but he actually inputted an up air instead because Sinji tried to up B to get away from that situation, and the trampoline was right below him and landed on Utopian Ray, launching him up into the air, changing that smash attack into an up air.
That was kind of nuts. Oh, also fun fact for you guys at home, if you look closely at Rosalina's hands, her nails are painted. But y'all didn't know that. They're green. I've checked. Every single one.
She lives in space. Where does she even get that?
Are they green regardless of all dresses?
I think so, yeah.
Oh,
I'm genuinely curious as to where Rosalina would even get that because she lives in the recesses of space.
Bro, she's got a library on her ship. I'm sure she can like program a salon if she wanted to.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm just saying, like, where would she get it is the thing. Like, she runs out, it's just like, oh.
That's what I mean. She's got a library and a cooking place and a garden on her giant ship of doom. So.
Ship of doom.
Yeah. that runs on star power. Anyway, getting right back into here. Town and City will be
blood of her children.
Town and City will be the stage choice here. Let's take, again, the dynamic platforms are always something you want to keep in mind here. You can never be too careful, especially with the gnarly knockback and kill power that Luma can provide. So definitely want to be mindful of that.
Sinji actually mixing up his approach a little bit there. He didn't exactly use the hydrant to launch it towards Utopian Ray there. He instead elected to just keep the hydrant on the ground, even though Rosalina was absolutely nowhere near him, and just run in with like a neutral air and an up air. Maybe he was trying to mix it up because he knew that Utopian Ray was probably prepared to gravitational pull it, and therefore Pac-Man wouldn't be able to approach the Rosalina at all. So
yep.
I feel like that's probably why he went with that. And the same thing happens there with the gravitational pull. And now Rosalina has the bell in hand, catches it again off of the Z-drop to try and mix it in with the hydrant to provide that Pac-Man pressure on himself, which is another thing you don't want to do
it.
as that down air takes the stock.
Good stuff there from Ray. Good positional advantage, knowing that Sinji's going to slide off the stage there. And now, able to pull one from underneath him. Let's see how much damage you can put on before he potentially meets his doom. That was interesting. That's
stupid star.
How dare you? Again, using the giant elephantitis hitboxes of Luma to reach through the fire hydrant.
Go speed star, dude. Rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, I guess. I guess I skipped that chapter of middle school.
Idiot.
Yeah. Ray has the milk. It smells so slow, it's hilarious.
It is, but none. You can't even make fun of how slow it moves sometimes because it makes for some serious. It makes for some serious crazy setups.
Yeah, for sure. So,
Sinji
gets
the apple.
There we go. The apple will get the job done. And now Sinji gonna lay his traps once again.
Look at that. What do you do about that?
Damn, that's cry. Don't park within 500 feet of it.
I'm sorry. Okay.
All right, so Sinji again just put himself in the corner, taking his sweet time, trying to divert some kind of a plan. And I love the use of shield pressure he's throwing out here. He's forcing Ray to sit in shield, so naturally he's not going to be able to grab him or do anything out of it. So that's kind of how he's getting around the fact that he can get his items stolen from underneath him. But Ray does not care right now. He's again just using the old 1-2 from Luma.
And the nasty tech coming in from Sinji to be able to land that uppy and survive, avoiding that stage spike narrowly. Got the hydrant back in play here, but it's going to get gravitational pulled.
Now, definitely something I want to keep in mind. I want to see if Sinji notices here is that Ray's definitely getting a little bit comfy using the gravitational pull. Maybe look to see him, if he has the right item set up, try to sneak in there while he's in lag and try to hit him with something hard for it. So definitely want to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Or the hydrant itself can be used as an item. Ray going way out there.
That actually stuffed it.
That was interesting. I didn't know they interacted like that, even though it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, the starbits. All right, we got the ledge trapping Luma here.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, but he's going to jump up with the apple. And I noticed he's been doing that a lot to actually get over Utopian Ray's ledge pressure.
Uh-oh.
And neutral air not taking the stock just yet. Oh, narrowly avoiding that back air, but
And
not that
go.
time. That back air is going to take the stock. And we are moving on to Game 4 because this is Winners Finals.
All right, I forgot.
No, Kuba, I actually forgot too, and literally mid-sentence as I was saying that, like I realized it because I noticed they weren't shaking hands.
I also noticed
realized
that
it was Winners Finals.
I also noticed that on this wonderful Asus tablet sitting right in front of us. So you guys can't see, but there's a lot of cool stuff happening behind here. Mostly Devin just kind of chilling. How was your chicken? Was
Mostly
it good?
Devin muting my mic.
It was delicious. It
Was that from the place across the street?
I actually have no idea. Helper has gotten it for me every single time.
You just don't know where it comes from. You just eat it.
It's just the chicken that comes from Brooklyn.
That sounds like a really bad children's story. It's like we're gonna tell you this is the chicken that came from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
It's like wearing Tim's and a Yankees hat.
Eyes, dead eyes.
I gotta patent that stuff, man.
All right,
All
we're
right.
at Town and City.
Yep. So Ray winning the rubber game of that set. We're gonna get into this potential final game here. Sinji gonna have to win it into a game 5. And Ray trying to get himself a ticket into Grand Finals here on winner's side. Right now he's doing a pretty good job. Sinji looking a little flustered right now. Ray just picking the right options to get around these this hydrant stuff.
Just gravitational pulls that hydrant again, taking it out of play.
Ooh, the key making its first appearance here. That sends Pac-Man or Luma flying quite a bit, but Sinji hasn't really been using that. Again, he's nothing for more of the slower, higher knockback items.
It's definitely one of Pac-Man's best tools to get rid of the Luma.
Oh, but
that
that's
and
gonna be
dash
it.
attack, but the neutral air. Ooh.
The
And that's
nooch,
a
baby.
big early. You know it's bad when you know like it's you know it might be a bad game for you when you lose your first stock before your opponent even has any rage.
Yeah, for sure, man. So
That was a 34% that he killed him at with that neutral air.
yeah, but the percents can definitely creep up against you when you're fighting against Pac-Man. You have to be
Luma
very, very careful.
always has rage.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
you
that's
ever,
true.
you ever see how angry Luma gets when you like she throws out an attack? It's like, ugh, how dare you? That's my mom.
Don't hurt my mommy.
Yep. So now,
Definitely what the Luma says.
that was a nice catch with the key right there.
Yeah, it really was.
And ever since Ray took that first stock, Sinji's been pretty healthy on his own second stock. So
Okay. Just again, the young Diddy, 3 forwarders.
yeah. And Sinji does play a Diddy Kong, so maybe some things just translate over pretty well.
Yeah. I would definitely say so. I think Diddy is the perfect top tier for him, to be honest.
Yeah.
Makes sense. You know, he plays an item-based character.
Yeah, he's keeping it in the fruit.
He is. He's keeping it in the fruit.
Oh, but that should be death.
Oh, and the hydrant.
That
And he's
was
only
smooth.
2% more up than when Utopian Ray killed him originally. So Sinji already bringing this right back in a mean way, too.
Oh, that
Oh,
was
the damage.
That's at 31%. Jesus. That
That's
was
the exact
insane.
same thing that he got before when Utopian was at 32 on his first stock. He was able to just like get him to like 64 in a matter of like 3 hits. Talk about the young Diddy. Nah, this is the young Ganon.
Yeah, for sure, man. So Ray just, again, continuing to play his jab pressure. And Sinji, again, trying to break zone while Ray's grabbing the items. That was an interesting technique. Throwing out the side B, giving himself a chance to heal some damage. Oh, wow, that did absolutely nothing. That was kind of weird.
Yeah, the water really, the water plus the hitbox really messed up the trajectory of that Galaga ship.
Again, the apple coming out.
The Luma is out of play.
It's like, I don't want to grab it, you grab it.
Ooh, and he heals up a little bit more. That's good. I mean, that's any less percent against Rosalina is good percent. I mean, this character is quite the rage monster when she has the Luma.
Yeah.
So, but right now she's a mid. Oh, never mind. The Luma's back.
Luma's hard-bodied. That interaction was so silly.
I mean, did either of them really have a reason to approach?
No,
right
not
there?
really.
I don't think
Only
so.
5% separating the two right now. And now until Sinji getting, again, that good damage out of Hydrant. That move hits so hard. Like, I imagine getting hit by a fire hydrant in real life would feel just like that. Can't say that. I haven't never been hit by a municipal item before.
I feel like they're bigger than they are like
Uh-oh.
here.
Probably. Uh-oh.
Oh, that was close. That wasn't even like a Luma hit as well. Oh, and the up smash. I don't think he got hit by the Luma there either.
And the hard part about this for
Might have
Ray
been
is that,
saving grace.
that up air's, oh, that's going to take it to Apple.
Wow.
Will send Sinji into a Game 5 against Utopian Ray.
It did not look like it was going to take the stock originally. Maybe because there was no red lightning.
Yeah.
Incredible stuff. All right, we got Game 5 coming up. These guys have pretty much only gone on the Animal Crossing stages, and we're running it back to Smashville again. We've pretty much been alternating between Smashville and Town and City throughout this set so far, and looks like this final game is going to be on Smashville. It's going to give Sinji a little bit less room to play his RTS, to set up all of his toys, set up all of his fruit and his toys and everywhere. So that might be good for Utopian Ray, which is probably why he decided to run it back to this stage. But we'll see if that winds up working out for him in the long run. And so far, it's working pretty good, only with about a 40%, 30% differential actually.
Yep. We'll see what
That
happens
was
here.
nice.
Now,
That,
the one thing I've
reverse Luma hit to the reverse Luma Nair to the up smash.
Yep. Now, the one thing I've definitely noticed, so as I've watched this set progress, is that the big equalizer for Ray, or for most Rosalina players, is up air. And he's only really been able to get that out of low percent grabs and so on and so forth. But it's really hard for him to just kind of like spam up airs against Pac-Man, because Hydrant's just going to do a good job, at least either trading or just like buying him some time to get back to the ground. So Ray's definitely he's done a masterful job just trying to, navigate through this matchup without one of his best kill options always readily available all the time. So that was just something I wanted to point out, a little bit different.
Yeah. This could be not death, actually. Sinji was able to sneak his way to the ledge before the down air came through.
And again, slowly approaching. And yep, that's exactly the position you want to be in, but Sinji just going to retreat away very smartly.
Yeah.
The nair will do
neutral air. And again, this is like the exact same situation. This is the exact same percent that he killed him on that other game.
That's funny. That's
Yeah.
now
It's like 1% higher, actually. Like, literally 1. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go on.
nothing. I was just going to say that's just ironic how that worked out. Now, if it plays out the way the last game did, then Sinji's just going to take the second stock without taking much more. Taking exactly 1 more % than he did the last time.
Yeah. Literally exactly 1 more. That's so funny. But I don't know. I mean, Sinji's done wilder things than that. So
Yep.
we'll see if he's able to clutch this food with the fruit here. Oh, I felt that one.
That was unnecessary. How dare you?
I felt that one. That thing cried.
Yeah, that Luma was sad.
Yeah.
But bad forward smash, probably trying to read a roll in. But
Mom, I failed you. I love you.
Ooh, good catch with the item again. Not going to get much out of it.
Dude, he's done that like 3 times during the set where like he instantly gets it before you can even see like the hydrant fly at all off of the F smash.
Yeah, I think the percent is you need 13 or more damage. Yeah, to dislodge hydrant. So I guess after hitting it once, it's enough for him to realize, it's like, okay, if he hits it again, I just have to like immediately react to the down B. So
That's some prime game knowledge right there.
yes, sir. They actually nerfed Pac-Man's back air because it like pre-patch back air on 3DS, you'd be able to drop the hydrant and then immediately dislodge it with back air.
Ooh.
And then they nerfed Pac-Man's back air by 1%, as the apple will indeed kill. So not exactly the same percent scenario as last time, but Sinji's sitting with a lot more damage on him. So
Yeah, not the exact same situation as before.
Oh.
No voodoo, and that's about 40. That's about 40 in a couple of hits. 50?
wow, that was nuts. And
Yeah.
just like that, Sinji's got himself back in the game. That's the beauty about Pac-Man, man.
That's the thing with this character, man. Oh, he tried to catch it, but the Smashville platform and no tech from Sinji again.
Oh my God!
And the down air's not going to be able to do it yet either. And the
that was so smart.
Trampoline steal coming out from Utopian Ray off of the missed tech of Sinji again. He's been missing his techs today.
Yeah, so let's watch that
Let's take
again.
a look at this again.
He's gonna get hit by the weak hit of down air. It's gonna send him away. Gonna get his side B taken away by gravitational pull, and then just does the smart thing, taking the last hit of that trampoline, and he's up esports creek without a paddle. So